There's simply too much dishonesty and mistrust these days. Nobody really just telling you how it is. There's always somebody making you look over here while doing something devious over there. Boris Johnson is the prime example of this. If there was anyone in the world that does absolutely nothing but makes it look like a lot, it's that guy. If Boris Johnson was a street performer, he'd be one of these living statues. You know, the kind that just stand there doing absolutely, positively nothing, yet nevertheless make it look quite impressive. He'd even go one better, wouldn't he? He'd start to convince other people to do it for him, right? People that had zero intention in the first place of being a living statue for the day. And he'd still take 95% of your earnings. In fact, he'd come across as the nice boss. Here, mate, take half an hour, go for your lunch, on you go, you've deserved it. And he'd send you off in the direction of a food bank. Upon your return, there'd be a mannequin in your place, doing the job 1,000 times better than you ever could. And he'd just turn around and say, immigrants, eh? What are you going to do? He'd stand there leaning against the wall, doused in silver spray paint, wearing a cowboy hat like a futuristic John Wayne, thinking to himself, I wonder if I got many of these mannequins and dotted them all over Scotland, I'd make a killing. And once again, Scottish people would be throwing their hard-earned cash unwittingly at the feet of spineless Tory ideas, thinking to themselves, how do these guys impressively do so little, yet continue to expel this rhetoric of success? I just need honesty. For people just to tell it how it is without easily offending anyone. Even with my closest friends, I'm worried about cracking a joke in case it conjures up terrible past childhood memories, meaning they have to spend an extra $100 at therapy that week. Listen, I don't want my honesty being someone else's financial burden. Just tell me what's on your mind. Stop sugarcoating stuff. It's like when you go out with your friends on a night out and you're out with the problem couple, you know the type. They're 10 years in and they're still at each other's throats. Just quit, guys. Move on. And you all end up in a karaoke bar and they get up and sing Icke Turner's Proud Mary together. What are you telling me? Is this figurative? Should I take this literally? Are you guys in an abusive relationship here? Or genuinely happy you've left a good job in the city and you were tired of working for the man every night and day? Just tell me how it is. I can take it. But some people are scared to do that because reality is too real. In fairness, reality always has been dressed up as this inconceivable fantasy land. Places like Disneyland are the perfect example of this. A place where you can forget all your worries, where dreams come true and you can weirdly meet all your favourite cartoon friends in real life. It's all fine until the reality seeps through though. You see Simba holding his head under his arm, drinking cheap whiskey from a brown paper bag, with rings under his eyes and encrusted knuckles from street fights, waving people on at the Indiana Jones ride. You know, the only thing that Indiana Jones has got to do with archaeological artifacts, by the way, is Steven Spielberg and Harvey Weinstein. Disneyland is so far from reality that not even death exists there. If you die at Disneyland, you have to be outside in the car park before you can officially be pronounced dead. That's not what it's about. That's not what we want. Give me a reality check. Children should be exposed to a bit of mortality at a young age. Some obese guy walking under the castle, Mickey Mouse pops out from a bush and shouts, "Hello!" And the guy just clutches his heart, slowly falling to the ground. And Goofy comes running over, giving chest compressions and mouth to mouth. And Mickey Mouse is panicking, chain smoking 20 fags in the sidelines. Meanwhile, Minnie Mouse is taking full advantage of the distraction and having unprotected sex with Donald Duck in the bushes, while Daffy Duck is drug dealing to the children on the outskirts, chewing their ear off about intellectual property theft. That is a reality that I would really be into.